My name is Christina, and I'm 28. I had been dating David, 25, for about 8 months. Everything seemed good until his ex, Donna, 27, started showing up everywhere. It started small. She'd randomly be at the coffee shop where David and I had our Sunday morning dates, then at his gym, then at his friend group's happy hours, always super friendly, always acting surprised to see us. Such a coincidence, Tanik, she'd say, then spend 20 minutes catching up with David while I stood there like furniture. When I mentioned it felt weird, David laughed it off. Don't be insecure. We dated for 3 years. We share friends. It's a small world. But then came game night at David's apartment. I show up, and Donna's already there, sitting in what had become my spot on the couch, helping set up the board game. Oh, did I forget to mention Donna was coming? David said. She's part of the regular crew. Regular crew? This was my 3rd game night. She'd never been to the others, I said. She kept making inside jokes with David, references to trips they took, restaurants they loved, shows they binged together. Every story started with, "Remember when we—" I pulled David aside. This is uncomfortable. Why? He asked. Because I have a past. Because your past is very present. Wow. I didn't know you were so threatened by Donna. I'm not threatened. I'm annoyed. There's a difference. David rolled his eyes. Real men aren't intimidated by exes. If you can't handle that, I'm friends with someone I dated. Maybe you're not mature enough for an adult relationship. That stung, but what happened next was worse. The next day, he posted on Instagram, "Guys, find a woman who isn't threatened by your friendships. Real women understand that exes can be friends without drama. Emotional maturity is sexy. Jealousy isn't." The comments were brutal, his friends piling on about controlling behavior and toxic jealousy. Donna herself commented, "Breach. Glad we can show people what healthy post-relationship friendship looks like." I didn't respond, didn't engage, just screenshotted everything and went about my week. Friday rolls around. David texts me about dinner plans. I respond normally, confirm the time and place. Then I do something he doesn't expect. I text Donna. "Hey, saw you're cool with hanging with David and me. I actually need some advice about his birthday gift. You dated him for 3 years. Figured you'd know what he likes. Free for coffee tomorrow?" She responds immediately. "Haha, yeah, I got you. Know all his favorites. How about 10 a.m. at that place on 5th? Perfect, see you there." I show David the exchange. See, I'm being mature, asking his ex for gift advice. That's what secure people do, right? David looked confused. "You texted Donna?" "Yeah, you're right. I was being immature. She knows you so well. Why wouldn't I use that resource?" I guess that makes sense. Saturday morning, I meet Donna. She shows up confident, ready to flaunt her superior ex-knowledge. "So, birthday gift," she starts. "He loves experiences over things. Concert tickets, wine tastings, stuff like that. Good to know. Hey, while I have you here, need some other advice." "Shoot." "He's been kind of distant lately, physically. Is that normal for him?" Her eyes light up. "Oh, yeah, he goes through phases. When he's stressed about work, he shuts down. Just give him space." "Space, got it. What about the phone thing?" "Phone thing?" "He's super protective of it lately. Takes it to the bathroom, sleeps with it under his pillow." She shifts in her seat. "That's new." "Really? Thought that might be standard ex behavior. You'd know better than me." "Yeah, no, he wasn't like that with me." I lean in, all concerned girlfriend. "Between us, you don't think he's seeing someone else?" She actually laughs. "David, nah, he's not the cheating type." She pauses. "Wait. But I found out he has been texting another woman late at night," I say. "Does that count?" Her face falls. "Ah, that's different. That's not me. That's him." I pull out my phone, showing screenshots. These late-night messages, flirty stuff, complaints about me, comparing me to her. Her jaw tightens. Wow, okay, that changes everything. I left our coffee meet feeling a little uneasy, but armed with new information. Donna had unintentionally opened a window into David's secret late-night behavior, and I intended to see just how deep it went. I kept my screenshots organized, ready to confront him, but I had to be strategic. That evening, David invited me over for a quiet night at his place. He was his usual charming self, laughing about some minor work disaster. But I could feel the tension beneath his easy smile. "Christina, you okay? You've been quiet all day," he asked. I forced a smile. "Just thinking. About your birthday gift, actually. I want to make it special." He nodded, oblivious. I waited until we were settled on the couch before I spoke again. "David, we need to talk about something serious." He frowned. "What is it?" I pulled out my phone, showing the first batch of screenshots. These late-night messages. Who is she? His face changed instantly, pale, caught off guard. Christina, it's not what it looks like. Not what it looks like? I repeated, my voice calm but firm. David, these are flirty. Complaints about me. Comparisons to her. And this isn't just one message, it's a pattern. I want the truth. He sighed, rubbing his face. Okay, fine. She's someone I've been talking to from work. Just chatting, nothing serious. At least I didn't think it was serious. I raised an eyebrow. Nothing serious? David, these conversations go on until 2 or 3 a.m. Some of them are about me, about us. She knows more about our relationship than I'm comfortable with anyone knowing. He looked down, silent for a moment. Then, quietly, I didn't mean to hurt you. I don't know. I guess I liked the attention. I swallowed my frustration. So this is emotional cheating. Mentally, emotionally. You've been sharing us with her, and all the while, I'm here thinking we're exclusive. He nodded, ashamed. I messed up. I know that now. I took a deep breath. That's why I talked to Donna today. What? He asked sharply. She gave me perspective. You've changed since your time with her, but she reminded me exactly what you like, how you behave when you're stressed, how you act when you're distant. I have proof, David. All of it. I know what's really been happening. He paled further. You talked to my ex? Yeah, and it helped me see the full picture, I said, steady. I need to know if you're going to continue this or if we're going to fix it. I can't be with someone who hides behind late-night texts and emotional attachments to other women. He ran a hand through his hair. Christina, I want to fix this. I swear. I don't know why I did it. I looked him in the eye. You don't know why you did it? Or you just don't want to admit the attention felt good? I like the attention. I can't lie. But I love you, Christina. I do. That's why I haven't left you. I shook my head. You didn't love me enough to be honest. Love isn't measured by attention from strangers. Love is commitment, trust, and respect. The room fell silent. He looked at me, a mix of guilt and fear in his eyes. I pulled out the rest of my screenshots, the text showing him flirty, complaining about me, comparing me to the other woman. David, look at this. This is not a friend. This is an emotional affair. And you knew better. I trusted you. His hands trembled slightly. I know. I stood up, walking to the window. You think this is just between us. But everyone can see it eventually. Donna's messages, my screenshots, they show the pattern. I had to confront this before it got worse. He got up, taking a step toward me. Christina, please, I'll end it with her. I'll cut it off completely. You have to believe me. I turned to face him. You think ending it now erases months of deception? That's not how this works. I can forgive, but trust has to be rebuilt. And rebuilding trust takes more than words. It takes action, consistency, and honesty. Right now, I don't see that. His face fell. Are you saying this is over? I'm saying I need space. I need to see if you're capable of change before we continue. I can't be your second option or your emotional crutch for someone else. He swallowed hard. Christina, I love you. I want to fix this. I'll prove it. I shook my head. Love isn't proved by promises, David. It's proved by actions. Start by cutting off every connection with her. Be transparent with me. Show me, not tell me. Until then, I let the sentence hang. He nodded, defeated but understanding the weight of his actions. I'll do it, I promise. I picked up my bag. Good, that's the start. But don't expect forgiveness overnight. And don't expect me to wait around without seeing real change. As I walked out the door, I felt a mix of relief and sadness. Relief that I finally had the truth, and sadness that someone I loved could betray me emotionally this way. But I also felt a sense of empowerment. I had uncovered the deceit and taken control of the situation. Outside, I called a friend to vent. It's over if he doesn't prove himself. I've seen everything now. I'm done being the fool. She listened and said, Christina, you're strong. You caught him, and now it's on him to show he's worthy. I nodded, gripping my phone. The late-night texts, the hidden messages, the flirtations, they were all evidence of a betrayal that I would not ignore. And now I had a plan. No more passive observation. I was in control. Over the next few days, I observed David closely. I wanted to see if he would take real action or if his promises were empty words. Every text he sent, every call, I scrutinized. I wasn't paranoid. I was vigilant. And I had Donna as my secret ally, whether she realized it or not. Saturday morning, I met her again for coffee. Christina, wow, you look tense, Donna said, smiling warmly. But I wasn't there for casual chatting. I need to know everything, I said bluntly. I want full transparency about him. Every late-night conversation, every woman he's been involved with since us dating. I need to understand the scope. Donna's face fell slightly. Wow. Okay, that's intense. I guess you want the truth. Yes, all of it, no sugarcoating. She hesitated, then began. Well, honestly, you're not imagining things. Some of the messages were flirty, and there's another woman. I didn't think it was serious with her, but it seems he's interested. I clenched my jaw. Interested or cheating? Cheating, probably. I mean, he's definitely emotionally attached to her, texting her late at night, sharing stuff about your relationship. He talks about you and compares you. I took a deep breath, steadying myself. Thank you for being honest. I needed someone to tell me the truth. She nodded. Of course. I wouldn't want someone to be blindsided the way you are. Honestly, Christina, I never expected him to do this to you. He always seemed different when we were together. That's just it, I said. He may seem different, but his pattern hasn't changed. Now I see it all clearly. I left the coffee shop with a sense of clarity, a plan forming in my mind. If he wanted to continue the relationship, he had to face the consequences of his actions. I wasn't going to be manipulated. Not by David, not by his ex, not by anyone. That evening, David came over again. Christina, I cut off all contact. I deleted her from my phone. I blocked her everywhere, he said quickly, eager to prove himself. I crossed my arms. Good start. Now I want full transparency. Show me your phone. Let me see every conversation you've had since we started dating. He hesitated. Christina, do you really need to do this? Yes. If you want to earn back my trust, I need to see the truth. No secrets. He reluctantly handed me his phone. I scrolled through message after message, proof of emotional cheating, flirty exchanges, hidden late-night calls. Some were even about me, comparing me to the other woman. I kept screenshots, organized them. Every timestamp, every word. This is serious, David, I said calmly, looking up from the phone. You've been dishonest emotionally, and that's as much of a betrayal as physical cheating. Do you understand that? He nodded slowly, shame written all over his face. I understand. I screwed up. I've realized that now. I didn't know how to handle my feelings. I never wanted to hurt you. I don't care about excuses anymore. I care about results. You want to be with me? Then I need action, not apologies. Over the next week, I enforced strict boundaries. I didn't answer his texts immediately. I monitored his behavior. I wanted to see if he could really commit to change, or if this was just another performance. Meanwhile, Donna remained my quiet informant. Every time David tried to contact her, she politely refused. She supported me indirectly, giving me context and insight without interfering. Her loyalty to honesty gave me an advantage I could not ignore. One night, David texted me late. Christina, can we talk? I feel like I'm losing you. I didn't respond immediately. I wanted him to feel the weight of his actions. The next morning, I replied, we can talk, but I need proof. Actions, not words. He came over, nervous, but trying to appear composed. Christina, I'm serious. I cut her off. I deleted everything. Look at my phone. I want to show you everything. I took the phone, scrolling carefully. Indeed, all messages from the other woman were gone. His texts with Donna were harmless, brief, and clearly not part of any ongoing emotional attachment. Good, I said. Now, I need to see this consistency for weeks, not days. I don't forgive overnight, David. Trust isn't rebuilt by words. It's rebuilt by patterns. He looked crushed, but nodded. I understand. I'll do whatever it takes. I love you, Christina. I didn't respond. Love without honesty was meaningless. The following weekend, I ran into Donna again, this time by chance at a local bookstore. She smiled warmly. Hey, Christina, how are things? Better, thanks to you, actually, I admitted. You helped me see the truth about David. She nodded, understanding. I'm glad I could help. I don't want to be part of the drama, but I couldn't stand by and watch him hurt you. Thanks, that means a lot. I needed someone outside the situation to confirm what I suspected. Donna smiled faintly. You're strong, Christina. Don't let him take that away from you. He has to earn you back, not just expect forgiveness. I smiled back. I know, and I'm done being passive. This time, I'm in control. That night, I reflected on everything. The late-night messages, the hidden conversations, the betrayal, the manipulation. It all led to this moment of clarity. I didn't need to play games. I didn't need to wait silently, and I didn't need to let anyone dictate my trust. David had a choice: continue deceiving or take real action. And I had a choice: stay and enforce accountability or walk away and reclaim my life. I decided to give him one final chance, but only if he consistently proved his honesty. I would not be manipulated. I would not be played. I was done being blindsided. And, thanks to Donna's unexpected support, I had a clear view of the battlefield. The ex, once a source of tension, had become an ally in revealing the truth. I wasn't just surviving, I was strategizing, taking control, and preparing for the outcome that respected my self-worth. I knew it wouldn't be easy. Emotional cheating leaves scars that take time to heal. But for the first time, I felt empowered, aware, and ready to reclaim my relationship on my own terms, or walk away if David failed to meet the standard I now demanded. Over the next week, I watched David like a hawk, but carefully. This wasn't about spying, it was about accountability. Every message he sent, every call he made, I observed whether it reflected honesty and change. And for the first time, I felt a sense of power in this situation. I was no longer the passive girlfriend blindsided by secrecy. I was the one steering the course. David kept his promises. He showed up on time, answered my questions honestly, and cut off all communication with the other woman. He even apologized for the late-night texts, admitting how inappropriate it was. But I didn't immediately forgive him. Trust doesn't rebuild in a week, no matter how many tears or apologies come with it. Meanwhile, Donna maintained her discreet support. She didn't interfere, didn't gossip, didn't take sides beyond telling me what was necessary. Her honesty became a quiet weapon in my hands, and it gave me confidence. For once, I didn't have to guess or assume. I had facts. One afternoon, I called Donna. "Hey, thanks again for everything. I just want you to know it made a difference." She smiled over the phone. "I'm glad. I hated to see him hurting someone he claims to care about. You deserve the truth, Christina, and honestly, he's lucky you're giving him a chance to prove himself." I laughed softly. "Lucky? Maybe. Or maybe I'm just finally tired of being manipulated." "That too," she agreed. "Just be careful. Don't let him slip back into old habits. He's smooth. You know that." I nodded, feeling a quiet sense of closure on one part of this chaotic story. Donna's involvement was minimal, but it gave me clarity. And clarity was everything. That evening, David came over. He was tense, maybe anticipating a lecture. I didn't sugarcoat it. "Sit," I said. He obeyed, cautiously. "We need to talk about boundaries and expectations going forward. No more secrets. No more late-night conversations with other women. If you want this relationship to survive, everything is on the table." He nodded quickly. "I understand. I've already blocked her. I've deleted every message, and I've stopped contacting anyone that could make you uncomfortable." I leaned forward, eyes sharp. "And I need honesty about everything, David. Every feeling, every concern, every doubt. We're starting fresh, but on truth alone. Any deviation, and it's over." He swallowed hard. "I can do that. I swear, Christina, I don't want to lose you." "Words aren't enough," I said calmly. "Show me." Over the next few days, he did. He shared his schedule openly, answered my questions about work and social life, and avoided unnecessary contact with any other women. He even invited me to see his phone at random times, as if to prove there was nothing to hide. It was working. I felt trust slowly rebuild, not completely, but enough to continue. And through it all, I kept Donna in the loop discreetly. Sometimes just a text. "She's following through so far, thanks for being honest." The turning point came when David admitted something he'd hidden. "Christina, I was tempted to contact her again after the first week. I caught myself, though. I realized it was a test of my own control, not of your love. I didn't want to fail, so I didn't." I felt a mix of relief and skepticism. That's good, really good, but it's also proof that I need to stay vigilant. Temptation will always exist. We have to navigate it together. He nodded solemnly. "I understand. I'm done making excuses." A week later, we had an honest, heart-to-heart talk that lasted hours. I asked everything, about the texts, about his feelings for the other woman, and about why he had let things escalate emotionally without telling me. David answered honestly, apologetically, and without trying to shift blame. "I know I hurt you," he said finally, "and I'll spend the rest of my life trying to make it up, but I need you to know I'm fully committed now. No one else, no secrets, nothing." I studied him carefully. Actions matter more than words. Keep proving it. Daily. Or don't expect us to last. He reached for my hand. I will. I promise. Meanwhile, I kept Donna informed, carefully and respectfully. Donna remained supportive but distant. Her loyalty to honesty never crossed boundaries. I knew she could have stepped in, could have complicated things further, but she didn't. That was crucial. Then came a minor victory that made me realize the power of my approach. David's coworker, the woman he'd been texting, reached out to him innocently, assuming he'd maintain the same emotional attention. He told her politely but firmly that he was no longer interested and that he was committed to his relationship. He didn't leave room for ambiguity. When he told me, I smiled, feeling vindicated. Good. That's what I wanted to hear. No room for confusion. This is your commitment in action, not just words. He nodded, relief washing over his face. I get it now. I know what I've lost and what I stand to lose if I slip again. Weeks passed, and slowly I felt my trust in him rebuild. It wasn't immediate, and I didn't allow myself to forget, but I could see a future again, one where honesty, respect, and boundaries governed our relationship. One day I ran into Donna at a local cafe. Hey, she said cautiously, aware of the tension from previous encounters. Hey, I replied, smiling faintly. I just wanted to say thanks. You could have made this messy, but you didn't. You were honest, and you helped me see the truth. She nodded. I'm glad it worked out. He has a lot to prove, but I can see he's trying. I smiled. Trying is the first step. He has a long way to go, but I'm ready to see if he can walk the path honestly. Donna gave me a small, approving smile. You've got this, Christina. Don't let him or anyone else take control of your story. You're strong enough to write it yourself. I felt a sense of closure and empowerment. For once, the ex wasn't an enemy, but a source of clarity. The betrayal had been painful, but it forced me to reclaim my agency. As I walked away from the cafe, I reflected on everything. The texts, the hidden messages, the flirtations, the lies, and the heartbreak. It had all been part of the journey that led me here, stronger, clearer, and in control. David's future behavior would determine if we stayed together, but I was no longer passive. I had learned the value of honesty, the consequences of emotional infidelity, and the power of taking control. If he failed, I was ready to walk away. But if he succeeded, we could rebuild on a foundation of transparency, trust, and mutual respect. For the first time in months, I felt a sense of calm, not naive, not blind, but grounded. I was ready for whatever came next.